Hey all, we're here at PAX with Casey from Firaxis. He's the lead programmer, and we're just going to talk a little bit about XCOM Enemy Unknown. So Casey, what can you tell us about the game in terms of what players can expect, both for players that are new and for players that played UFO Defense?
Well, I think for players that are familiar with the original game, they can expect the same theme. Some of the same aliens, the same concepts as far as aliens invading the Earth and having lots of decisions to make. No right decisions, some wrong decisions, but lots of decisions. And it's how you play the game, multiple ways to play the game. And I think for the people that aren't familiar with the original, they can look forward to some nice tactics, turn-based combat with a action-oriented style. Just very cinematic and cool looking. So it's almost like you're playing with your G.I. Joe soldiers as a kid and getting these great camera angles.
Very cool. I did check out the demo. I have to say the graphics look fantastic. Gameplay's interesting, but I did find it was a little bit different in that it seems a little more console-oriented. And I don't know if you could speak to how much base management there was. I didn't get personally to check out the base management. Any comments on that?
Sure, I think there's a lot of base management. We switched to, I think in the original you kind of had a top-down view where you're building and expanding, and we call it the ant farm view. So we're building into the ground in a sideways fashion, and so it's a large part of the game is managing your base. You're going to need more power, and where you build your power generators, if they're adjacent, you get bonuses. Excavating into the ground costs money. The deeper you go, the more it costs. So that is actually a huge part of the game. And you might even say you can lose the game in the tactical part of the game, and you can also lose the game really badly in this base management part of the game. And just to address what you said as well about the game feeling more console-oriented, we feel like we've streamlined the game without really removing any of the substance, and that the tactics, that on the surface it may seem simpler, but it's really not. All of those decisions are there as far as cover is concerned, high cover, low cover, flanking aliens, all of these abilities. So I definitely wouldn't say that's been simplified for the consoles.
Very cool. Any comments on further development packs, DLCs? I don't know if you're looking at multiplayer or anything.
I'll talk about multiplayer because it's actually one of my favorite things about the game. I've always wanted to play this type of multiplayer game. And so there's aliens in the game that in a single player you're playing against these aliens. In multiplayer, you can play with these aliens. You can assemble a squad of aliens and soldiers together. All of these abilities that you're getting killed with during the single player game, you now have access to. And so we use a point system. You assemble whatever squad you want, up to 6 soldiers, or aliens, whatever combination, using these points. And so you have no idea what your opponent's going to bring into battle. So he may be bringing in 1 really powerful unit, and you may bring in 6 less powerful units, 1 versus 6. It's an interest, but you have no idea. And so there's counters to every strategy and all these abilities. So I've spent countless hours in the squad building screen, just kind of assembling something for multiplayer, trying to find something that's going to give me the edge.
Very cool. And just one last thing, how can people get the game? Is it available on Steam or what stores? How are you guys getting it out there?
It is available. It will be available in stores as well as Steam for digital download.
Awesome. We'll check it out when it comes out. Thanks a lot, Casey.
Thank you.
All attempts to contact the invaders thus far have failed. Their only purpose seems to be destruction and chaos. One fact is quite clear: the militaries of the world are severely outgunned. In the absence of a miracle, this could very well mean the end of civilization as we know it.
Hello, Commander. In response to the alien threat, this Council of Nations has chosen to activate the XCOM project. You have full command of XCOM headquarters. You must learn more about the enemy to expand our capabilities, as well as the abilities of our operatives.
Reports that come in from around the world of alien ships being blown out of the sky. A military aircraft bearing the markings of no country. Special forces soldiers with weapons and body armor unlike anything we've ever seen.